He is. Looks like the players are all in the game. They are ready to go. Let's go down to the pitch for game one. Penn State versus Radford, who is ranked. The Highlanders send the kiddies back to the cage. Stay tuned. It's game one.
We'll have to see. Radford, I mean, they're looking to do a lot of damage in this one. They're looking to start off their CCS season and their CCS careers 2-0. Nitrous and the Nittany Lions looking to stop them, but Xerus already slicing through the open field like butter, and there was just no one to stop him.
4:47 to go for those of you back home. Xander is Nitrous. 13 seconds into this one. 1-0 Radford. A quick one here in game number one.
Yeah, and that's the only slight problem with Nitrous being on the ball, is that if he gets taken off the ball, there is a very quick opportunity to counter. Killianx might have a look, and it's going to be own gold on the far side. What in the world? I mean, Killianx did a great job accelerating through this corner, but that was off target, and Rhyolite knocked it in.
I mean, if you're Penn State, you take that. You take what you're given in a series like this. Just 5 seconds later, and the Nittany Lions are back on the board, Jonas. Now Penn State, they've got some life again.
I mean, that's a good job being able to respond immediately to a team like Radford. You got to keep it going. Faja takes it back downfield looking for another 50. Xander, Nitrous will take flight, blocked by Rhyolite. Those two players are going to clash time and time again in this series. I'm imagining Killianx back downfield, gets cut off early by Xerus. Super Smurf dunked by Faja. Xerus trying to get it back to him. Can Super Smurf find a touch? No, he cannot.
It down here in game number one. Penn State on the backfield trying to counter Killianx. Upfield here, Riley left alone in the backfield with Cyrus. In this first minute, Jordan, it's been eventful, I'd say.
It has been. It's been an interesting first minute. It's been kind of all around, you know, not only in terms of pace, but literally all around the field. We have been going around and around and looking for either of these teams to take full advantage. Super Smurf gets past all three, but didn't have enough boost to put a shot on target. Rhyolite into the ceiling. Xerus there into the back will open net for a moment. Rhyolite can't get it on target again. Now will be blocked by Faja. Super Smurf into the ceiling. Xerus there, one touch out. Super Smurf again blocked by Killianx. A great stand by the Nittany Lions.
Feels like Penn State's defense is adjusted far better than what Ball State was able to do, and maybe that could, you know, find some success in this series. I mean, I know Ball State got swept, so maybe Penn State can find a game and make this more of a series in this second one. But again, Xander can't do it all by himself, but that one, Cyrus able to hold it off almost a second for Penn State.
Looking for Killianx down low. Super Smurf misses. Xerus leaves it for Rhyolite, who will boom it downfield. Killianx looking for Nitrous downfield. Is going to get cut off again. It has really just been a midfield battle here as we are eerily quickly approaching halftime. I mean, no one's really just been able to take full control. Does feel like Radford are still leading in possession, but they haven't been able to find that second goal.
2:25 to go. Penn State on the board again. Xander, his first goal this season. 2:26 to go. The Nittany Lions in front.
And just a big miss from Super Smurf in the corner. Nitro's more than happy to slot that one away. A big mistake defensively from Radford. Didn't see a lot of those versus Ball State. Now Penn State will get one, and they have themselves a lead.
They got to build on it. For the Nittany Lions, this is a big opportunity to win a huge game on your season. So 2-minute warning approaching here into game one. Radford trailing for the first time this season. Fahan almost saw an attempt at putting that ball to midfield. Now killing it from the corner after Nitrous was taken out of the play. Maybe almost another own goal, but that one found itself wide before it saw the back of the blue net there. But that was almost another own goal for the Radford defense.
Yeah, Rhyolite is just seeming magnetic to his own net, as that one would have been on target as well. Super Smurf dunked by Nitrous. Rhyolite scoops it up overhead. Super Smurf booms it downfield, but didn't get a ton of power. Well turned around by Penn State. Xerus gets one touch. Super Smurf misses. Back downfield go the Nittany Lions, and they are just looking to hang on to this lead now, nation. They know all they got to do is hold it for another 90 seconds. Nitrous misses. Super Smurf wasn't ready for it. He sets it down in the corner.
And they're launching downfield, trying to catch off Super Smurf, but he is back in time to make that save come through. for Radford, but Penn State's still really good at applying pressure in this game alone. So I think Radford's still trying to find adjustments here. With Ball State, they have their way the whole time. Now Penn State is showing some resistance, so they haven't really been used to that, I guess, tonight so far. They find a third. Sander, a 2-goal lead opens.
And I mean, when you have Nitrous just shooting this lethally, what can you do? Calls off Kiliax, takes one touch, slots it by Rhyolite. Zyrus can't reach it, and Penn State have a 2-goal lead on Radford.
Penn State's unranked. Radford ranked very high. I think they're 7th, if I remember correctly. Flip
They're
reset.
8th.
Pass help, no good. But a huge look to close the gate in game 1. Couldn't find its way through, and Radford 8th ranked. Still a monumental win this would be for Penn State.
Absolutely, it would be. I mean, we talked in the pregame how, you know, maybe Penn State just getting one would be huge, and we didn't even know if that was a possibility. Now they're 40 seconds away. They just need to hold on. Another big save comes through for the Nittany Lions. A little bit awkward here on defense. 5 will take it to the far side. Xander there. Knight just got one touch out. Rhyolite backboard bumped off. Doesn't have any more. Super Smurf, a good block here. Knight just going to be able to boom it upfield. He's got 2 teammates there. Radford clawing, scratching, trying to get anything offensively, but Penn State are just playing keep away.
And same in mind, that was a lot of very good pressure from Nitrous trying to play that ball off the ceiling there. Now Sander, one more time up high, goes under, flip reset, playing it for his help. Sander's shot doesn't go, but that one will go to an end. Game 1, the Nittany Lions, 1-0.
This just got interesting, Nation. I don't know if Nitrous and Penn State were listening to our pregame and listen to us say they don't have a chance, but they have a chance.
I mean, the thing with Radford is we know what they just did to Ball State. They know they can bounce back, so it's not out of the woods for anyone here. But again, for Penn State, you are feeling very, very good about what just happened.
I mean, Penn State, they even led in the shot category as well. Ultimately, their defense just very suppressive. Were able to keep a lot of passes out, kept a lot of possession out as well. The Nittany Lions just able to defend that lead. Radford made a couple defensive mistakes, and Penn State were there to take advantage, and now they have themselves a 1-game lead. They just got to do it again.
And they're off the ceiling, has help in front here, but now Radford, after game 1, Jonas, I mean, they didn't have much to look offensively, but what do you do in game 2 in response? What went wrong in game 1 that now needs to be corrected here in game 2?
I mean, ultimately, I just don't think we saw them working enough together. I just think they were a little caught off by Penn State. They just didn't look too aggressive themselves. It looked like they were kind of just lobbing things downfield, putting a couple shots on, and Penn State did well in their rotations, did well in their boost management, and they were able to deal, and that wasn't similar to what Ball State had. Now Zyrus just fires wide.
Radford had that one kickoff goal at the start. That was it. The Radford offense, and they went scoreless for about 4.5 minutes after that due to the Penn State defense. Even in chat are getting a lot of support for how well they played defensively. So, I mean, they've got people behind them, and this will be a huge upset. They pull through with a big whiff from the goal line. Doesn't give a shot to Radford, and almost a look there goes haywire. Penn State still hold off nicely.
I mean, again, we're just seeing these shots coming through from Radford, and on one hand you say it's threatening because it's Radford, but on the other hand, Penn State are just looking different. They're looking like a ranked team themselves. Kiliak's shot is just off target, but you can see the defense just panic from Radford, and Fahad there to take full advantage, and Penn State have another lead.
TJ, thanks for the raid, man. I appreciate it. Joining us here at Penn State, 1-0 over Radford and 1-0 over Radford here in game 2. And we talked pretty about how it can't just be Nitrous, and he's had the supporting staff this game so far, Jonas. He's gotten the help he needs, and they are looking dang good doing it. But minute 30 off the clock so far in game 2, and what a start for Penn State. I mean, Xander has controlled both fronts, but Iliax and Pod have done a great job so far tonight.
They really have, and I mean, it's been a lot of fun to watch this entire Penn State team. You know, usually It's always talk about Nitrous. Sometimes we don't give Killiax and Fahed enough credit, but they have earned their credit here tonight going against a top 10 opponent here in CCS. This whole roster is working so well together, and Radford just doesn't look like they were ready for it.
Not at all. And we're already halfway through here, and Sander backfield finds Fahed upfield. Super Smurf off the clear, but just a 1-0 game. As long as Penn State will hold, we're going to have triple match point, Jonas, which is something I didn't think we'd be saying at this point, but Cyrus puts it home. 2:30 to go, and Radford on the board.
You know, we did mention just earlier in this game that Radford weren't quite working together, and then you see one passing play, and boom, it all suddenly seems back. Saw a touch from Super Smurf. Cyrus there, 82 miles an hour from point-blank range to tie things up. Officially halfway through this game, Radford getting a bit more life on offense. We'll see if that kind of opens the floodgates.
Their flip reset gives it back to Riley. 15 boost to work with there for the Highlander defender. Super Smurf back to Penn State's direction. Killiax trying to get a flip, gets an open look for Fahed. The shot will go. The Nittany Lions back in front.
I just want to mention here, Nation, we have yet to see Nitrous offensively in this game. Killiax mind game there, a little bit of a phantom touch, but Fahed slots it top righty. For the Nittany Lions, they reclaim their lead. Fahed's got 2 goals. He's 2 for 2, and Killiax has assisted both, but the kickoff goes right. Super Smurf, 1 touch. Fahed with a great save versus Cyrus, keeping Radford out.
Sander in transition does no help in the backfield. 2-minute warning. In the game 2, Radford trail 1. Penn State still holding off. Cyrus taken wide. Time starting to become a factor here. Trying to see at what point do you send the full house if you're Radford on a last-ditch effort?
I think maybe when it gets down to that last minute, I still think they have a little bit more work to do, but they got to be careful of the Penn State offense as well. Cannot let them find that 3rd goal. Nitrous, 1 touch out. Cyrus has the flick in hand. Not a lot of boost to work with. Blocked by Fahed, looking for another block. Will bump off Super Smurf. Allows some room for Nitrous to work. Gets bumped off. He's still on it. Gets it over 1. Does he leave it for Killiax? No, he tried to. It doesn't matter. Somehow Super Smurf flies in and makes a save to not let a 3rd one fall through.
Really feels like a mistake for Penn State, too. It looked like a surefire goal to me, but now 1 minute to go. The lead still just out to 1. Nitrous in the backfield goes high, out of boost, now needs some help, but nobody there. Whip though in front, sets it up for Super Smurf, but he almost gets blocked by Fahed. Under a minute to go, Jonas. Radford need 1 in the next couple of moments.
Rhyolite up for it, sends it down. Fahed miss flip, and Cyrus is there. Penn State, their defense has been so great these last 2 games, but all 3 players there, and all 3 crumble under the pressure.
46 seconds, another little quick team pass gives Radford an equalizer with under a minute to go, just 46 seconds. Now Penn State's lead diminished. Next goal could be the very last one here in game at number 2.
That it could be. That's a great 50 from Rhyolite. Oh, it's just falling through. Fahed need to be careful not to own goal. Cyrus up high. Killiax whiffs. So does Rhyolite. Super Smurf lining up a double. It drops on target. Sanders squishy save to keep it out. Radford, they got the 1, and now they're sending the house nation trying to end this in regulation. Might have it. Super Smurf threads the needle, and Radford take a lead with 22 seconds.
And off the double from Rhyolite, sets it back up over that last defender. 22 to go now. Penn State needs to score quickly.
What a turnaround it has been this game for Radford. Now they're just looking to hold on. Pressure now on the Nittany Lions to find something offensively. Killiax, that's a great 50. Falls to Rhyolite. Fahed there off corner. Going to be dealt with by Rhyolite. Great first touch. Just gonna leave it for Super Smurf. Killiax looking for Nitrous. He finds him, got plenty of boost. Cyrus up to meet him. First touch by him, double kept out by Rhyolite. You gotta feel like that's the end. Fahed dishes it back, middle Rhyolite. Late touch, caught by Nitrous. The flick, Crawford down. Nitrous finishes it. We're heading to overtime.
And Nitrous comes through in the clutchest moments of these games. Sander finds it home for a 3rd. We're tied. Overtime coming up in game 2.
He read the kill attempt from Rhyolite like a book, caught it with no boost left in the tank, and was able to read the crossbar as well. to send that one through. Now this feels like a must win for Radford to try and shut down this momentum.
This could really be a kill shot before the real kill shot comes into effect here. If Penn State find the next goal, and then Radford is 0-2 down, where you get that late goal at what felt like the winner, and then you get stunned on 0 seconds, and then you lose in overtime. I don't know if you can really come back from that momentum-wise.
Yeah, it will be very tough to do. But Radford looking to do so. Ryan in a tough spot. Nitrous there, fakes the musty Super Smurf there, but he gives it right to Fine. He's bumped by Killian Super Smurf. This is it back downfield. Penn State felt like that was the chance. Ryan middle, top left goes Ryan, and Radford secure it.
And Sander got a little too crazy with that last possession, Jordan. I feel like he was trying to mind game, but I feel like if he would have just gone and taken the musty flick instead of faking it, much more chance of a score than losing. But Radford collides a series at 1 apiece.
I do have to agree with you there. I did not like the fake musty attempt either. I think he should have pulled the trigger or just played a 50. He had 2 teammates close behind him, ready to follow up on the play. Instead, he let another Radford player get into it, and that just created the opening room for Radford to wiggle their way out of their own half, and then of course immediately transition and score. A great 0-second equalizer from Penn State, but could not get the win. We're going to game 3 all tied up.
All tied going into game number 3, 1-1. A couple results from the night. Winthrop is 3-0 to Dayton. Northern Kentucky has swept Stephen F. Austin so far. Tonight's result after the Ball State series earlier now with Radford. This is our 4th game of the night, and Radford and Penn State all equal at 1.
And you just got to feel like Radford are really going to take the reins from here. It's going to be up to Penn State to keep showing that resilience that they already have. Their touchdown, Rhyolite deals with it. Nitrous up to meet him, 50 into the corner. Super Smurf, they're on it, trying to get around. Kiliax can't do so already. Seeing some good pressure from the Nittany Lions. But Radford just seems so poised and so ready defensively to deal. Zyrus, big demo on the far side, fakes it up. Nitrous lifts it over 2, has 2 waiting middle, beats Rhyolite in the air. Shot from Fothead is wide. Super Smurf will clear it out of harm's way.
A little bit of a late shot there. Late to the challenge, and if he was on time, maybe would have caught that last defender off. But in the first minute, off the clock, still tied at 0. 57 off here. And again, for this game 3, now both teams have had time to adjust and make changes. So I feel like now it's really start to be that do or die kind of scenario where Penn State is your game to go big and set the tone for game 4 and game 5 if necessary.
Absolutely it is. That is a big demo play here. Super Smurf can't get there. Fothead will be able to put it away. The nice bumps from Xander. It was the pre-flip from Kiliax, and then Fothead puts it away. What a demo.
My goodness. 342, and we talk about making those big plays and going big, and that double demo opens things up for Penn State, and that's really how you start a game like that. And now Radford starts to feel the effects of that. Already set the tone here in game 3, just 90 seconds in, and for Penn State, you got to keep momentum going.
They really do. Super Smurf trying to turn things around, taking advantage of that space. He's got flick pass 150 on Nitrous. Zyrus will just leave it into the corner, giving away possession. Those are the kinds of balls you just don't want to leave. And now Penn State, I mean, they're just in a great position here, Nation, and we're seeing good pressure, but a bump play the other way. Radford giving the Nittany Lions a taste of their own medicine.
And the Nittany Lions concede to Radford. The bump play comes through. They dish it right back to Penn State. 3:06 to go. 1-1.
I mean, ultimately, this game might get very physical, and we already saw a quick chat from Nitrous. We might see tensions get high here. Rhyolite with a nice save on the far side. Fothead up to the ceiling, doesn't have much more. Rhyolite, a great fake in the shot, far side. Rhyolite, mind games galore, is going to add on another, and the lead will fall to Radford.
Radford back on top. Here in game number 3, in the swing game of the series, Jonas. Radford, 2-1.
I mean, that catch and shot was a beauty. It's so much momentum going one way, slows it down, completely flips it. Fahed gonna get blocked. Zyrus trying to go far side. Now quick answer, Killiax leaving it for Nitrous, scoops it up high. Now trying to go middle. No, he's going for the goal himself. Zyrus plays it out. Killiax there lurking. Another shot on target. No, just falls wide. It's going to be sent out by Zyrus somehow. Radford hang on.
2:20 to play here, and are things starting to flip for Penn State a little bit?
They might be, Nation. I still think this one could go either which way. I mean, both teams have had some great looks. But Penn State, they got to be able to answer back quick. This might be it. No! Killian shoots it right at Super Smurf, but it's going to be Nitrous there for a quick follow-up. We're tied at 2.
Penn State storm right back. 2:05 to go just before that 2-minute warning sets in. It's 2-all with 2s across the clock.
And this is a great look for Penn State. I mean, still showing that kind of resilience. I mean, again, we thought this was just going to be a dominant sweep from Radford, but the Nittany Lions have been right with them every step of the way, keeping this one close as close could be. Zyrus touch into the corner. Killiax trying to stay on it. Needs to shake off Rhyolite. Slight bump there. Fahed on him. Gets rid of that possession. Super Smart fires far side. Zyrus there. Can he delay it long enough to get a shot on? No, Killiax. A great backflip save versus Rhyolite. Fahed leaves it for Killiax. And finally, Penn State get it out of their own half, but it's sent right back.
We're not seeing the streamlined defense out of Penn State that we saw in the games 1 and 2. I think if they can reestablish themselves defensively, I think the offense starts to really open things up. Oh, goodness, Sander. Shot there, goes wide. Killiax gets burned. Almost craziness out of Nitrous there, but 1:13 to go. It's, in my opinion, Jordan, Sander is trying to go too crazy in situations where he doesn't need to be crazy.
I would agree, and I think that might be, we saw the emotions running a little bit there after a bump play, and his team score did call out the nice bumps. And I think he might be getting a little bit too far into it. And now you see him get caught way out here. Rhyolite dishes up Zyrus and gives Radford the lead.
49 seconds to go. Rhyolite opens the pass to Zyrus. 3-2. Can the Nittany Lions do it again?
I mean, it looks like that window might have just closed. 49 seconds, obviously possible. We saw them equalize with 0 seconds. We know that Penn State are still in it as Nitrous gets past 2. Killiax immediately hunting Super Smurf. That's a great 50 from Nitrous, but Zyrus able to clean it up off the crossbar. Needs someone to turn around and challenge. Both go, Killiax and Nitrous. Super Smurf, Big Doug Radford just looking to keep the Lions at bay.
Shot there, just wide, no help inbound for the Penn State offense. Maybe a look for Killiax, one-on-one in the corner. No good. Zyrus off this save, and a horrible shot there right to the defender. He should have shot it far side. That was a surefire goal for Penn State.
And we have seen Radford pick up some great defensive looks as well, as Penn State have just not been able to break through a third time. Super Smurf double is off. Nitrous has to take the full length of the field. Misses the first touch. This one might be down. That it is. Radford are on match point. And I got to imagine that Penn State could not be happy.
Not at all. I mean, I feel like that's now 2 games in a row where Penn State had a Radford beat. They lose their cool, I feel like, in those kinds of moments where now going into game 4, gotta change something here.
You absolutely do. And I mean, again, I just think that maybe we saw Nitrous let the emotions get a little bit too much of him there. Again, it was an off-ball demo on Nitrous, and that Killiax was able to get a nice pass out, and Fahed put it away after a demo on the other side. And we saw the nice bumps come through. Then Radford got a demo goal of their own, took control kind of from there, and now Penn State have to win 2 in a row, which seems to be a very tall order. Killiax blocked there early. Fahed shot, not a ton of power on it. Super Smurf with an early save. You do like to see the Nittany Lions trying to get going early.
That you do, and I think, and if they're going to win this, they got to start early. If they can't play from behind like we talked about pregame, maybe a look here for Rhyolite. Flip reset, no good. Killiax able to hold off there for the Nittany Lions defense. Sander in transition, couldn't bury that one home. That's 30 seconds off the clock, and Penn State super aggressive early, which is a good sign.
That they are. That they're showing again just a lot of resilience, trying to stay in it. They do not want to let that momentum stay with Radford for too long. Nitrous looking for Fahed upfield. All players miss. It's just gonna trickle into the corner. Super Smurf playing a bit of keep away, getting past two, but he's gonna get demoed by Kiliak. Starting to see more of that physicality come through from the Nittany Lions. Kiliak, great first touch, looking for the dunk on Super Smurf, but two players were there. Shot from Fahed, puts it middle. It's gonna be dealt with well by Rhyolite. Next on is Nitrous, but outsped. It falls to Fahed. He's gonna have trouble hanging on to it as well.
3:45 to go. Sander back across. Kiliak couldn't find a touch. Rhyolite downfield, clear. Sander launching forward. That's over Cyrus. Kiliak trying to turn it. Super left alone here. Sander waiting in the far side for the Penn State offense. Minute 30 off the clock so far. Jonathan, what do you like early if you're Penn State?
I mean, I like that the fact that they are going straight at Radford. They are not pulling any sort of punches. They are not playing nervous. Even if you let a little bit of strategy get out of the way, that's all right. You are showing that you are not afraid of this Radford team, even when they're on match point, going straight at them. But they got to be careful not to get too overzealous.
Got a miss there. Can't have that if you are Penn State. 2 minutes have now surpassed in game 4. Sander gets a break downfield. Is it on target? It's not. It's a little high, and the clear will come through.
Had a good beat here. Kiliak there. Forces a miss from Cyrus. Rhyolite ground pinch to the sidewall. Just lobs it downfield. Again, Fahed just keeping pressure on the offensive side for Penn State. Nitrous takes his time, takes his space, goes up. Reset. Early scoop. Blocked by Super Smurf. Fahed can't get there. Rhyolite carries it back through the midfield line. Wave dash gets past one. Leaves it for the bump. Zero is going to be knocked down by Fahed. Super Smurf doing a great job as third. Taking advantage of that space, but he's done. Now straight up. Nitrous might have another look. No, it's boomed away.
2 minutes to go in the game. Number 4. Flip reset for Sander. Didn't get back to it in time. Now Fahed left alone. Shot there, no good. Pass across. Sander will take it from the sidewall with under 2 to play.
Another block from Rhyolite. Falls to Cyrus. Has a little bit of space. Kiliak not letting him have a ton here. Rhyolite trying to move away as well, but he's got no boost remaining. It's just going to be sent back the other way by Nitrous. Trying to find one more double here. Put right back down. Shot from Kiliak blocked immediately. It's a shot back the other way. Fahed deals well. Nitrous just taking the boost, taking the ball, taking it cleanly out the way. Rhyolite, another big save. Kiliak follow up save by Super Smurf. We are seeing an incredible defensive battle.
Still, it's 0-0 on the scoreboard too, which is, again, we've seen some tight moments in this series alone, so Penn State's right there in it still, and they can score. This is interesting, but again, Radford trying to put the series away. Fahed off the post and gone. Rebound will not go. Big save for Fahed. Keeps the Nittany Lions alive.
He is everywhere. Lockdown defender, but then a whip, and Rhyolite, the open next. Kiliak gifted that look to Radford, and it was missed. Now Rhyolite off the sidewall, no one there upfield to help, and now a huge dunk from Rhyolite. He wasn't happy about missing the first, so he goes straight over Nitrous here to add on another.
42 seconds, and Radford might have just secured it.
And Nitrous cannot believe that. They are immediately dropping the no way. But I mean, Rhyolite just catching him off guard there. Nitrous just did not believe that challenge would come through. Rhyolite knew that fact and went for it. Even if it was a little bit much, it didn't matter. Here's an opportunity shut down by Cyrus again. Nitrous going middle. He's going to be blocked. We've just seen some great defense from really both sides, but one mistake from Penn State might mean this series. Super Smurf corrals it to the sidewall, gets it middle to Cyrus. That's going to waste a lot of time. Sidewall, double into the corner. There's just not enough for Penn State. They got to go the full length.
Get a pop flip reset. Is covered off the corner, gets a bounce. It's still alive. Fahed pops it back to the wall. Back for Kiliak. Keeps this one alive. for a mere second. Back down to Xander on target, but it's going to be just wide. No help there. The kill is still alive here for Penn State. The Nittany Lions not done yet.
Riley has got the boost, and you just feel like he's going to set it down. He does with the reset, and Radford go 2-0 to open up their CCS debut, and what a way to do it. A big win over Ball State. Penn State, credit where credit's due. They played it close. They took a game off one of the top 10 teams on the preseason poll. Well done by the Nittany Lions.
Well done. We're going to go to break. We're going to actually end when we come back at around 9 o'clock. We'll have Charlotte taking on Mizzou. But until then, we'll see you guys later.